What's up, everyone? January 12th, Sunday, 2025. I am at my grandma's sister's place. So I went to church with my dad and my brother this early in the morning. We took the bus, etc. And then we went to my aunt's uncle's, whom is my pastor, Korean pastor, and my cousins, and so on. And then we went there, and then we basically prayed and listened to sermon. And yeah, it was a great day. Good, powerful prayers we did at church. And then after that, we went to visit my grandma's grave, basically, where she is next to her mom on the in the grave site. It's like a rectangular kind of what do you call it? Rectangular how do you explain it? Structure, basically. And then the ashes of my grandma's inside, basically, and my grandma's mom as well, my great grandmother, I would say it's that, I think. And then so we visited and had a moment of togetherness. And then my uncle pastor prayed for my grandma and everybody. He's the one that drove from church to the my grandma's gravesite. Then we came to my grandma's younger sister house right now. That's where we're at, and we're just relaxing right now. I smoked a few cigarettes, listened to some Ghost Main, and then the mind control nonsense was saying demons were inside me or some nonsense, like my nose and my mouth and my neck kind of thing. I don't know if I'm exactly saying the body parts correctly, but it was like moving involuntarily. And I was like, what is that to the mind control? As I talk back and forth every day and night. And then it basically said it was demons, basically. And then I was like, is it demon AI, or is it actually real demons, Demon AIs might be AIs, but they're like real. It feels like literally the real deal, basically. That's the crazy part about it. Not literally the real deal, but you get what I mean. I'm sure there's some cartoons like this that explains it. I've seen something like this somewhere on TV or movies, and I'm actually the main guy that's going through all this right now. Mr. Batman and everybody's working hard towards everyone's freedom. Many deaths so far, many passings and deaths. My grandma, Dr. Robert Duncan, my dad's friend or somebody that he knows, he flew down to California, or not, was it California, I think? It was somewhere, I can't remember exactly which state, but yeah, it was California, now I remember. He flew down there, I think, if I remember correctly. I don't think he drove there, or did he? I can't remember. And then, so the story is, as soon as he landed, or got on the plane, his friend died, basically. So he went to the friend's place, and then there were cops, like police everywhere, and then they basically said that he died. So my dad was thinking, was he murdered, or what's the deal? So that kind of stuff happened. So many deaths and so many passings within my immediate families, and so many people that I've heard of or known, or spoke with, actually, like Dr. Robert Duncan, and so on, at least through Facebook. But something still, you know what I mean? So that's what's going on. I have a online friend. A lot of friends I've met so far are from online, because college, it's just a semester and then you move on. And if you get their numbers, then it's a different story. But most of the time you just learn from the teachings from your professor. Then you go right home right away. You don't really have time to socialize with your classmates, unless you're like in the public speaking, maybe, or some kind of, maybe like drama class, I'm guessing, that is more engaging towards with people, basically your students, I meant peers and whatnot. So yeah, I took criminal justice class, and there was like no chance of talking with anybody, basically. Just class begins, professor talks, he talks and talks and talks, like most classes, basically. Then we listen, and we just learn from what he's saying. Then that's it. Then we go home. Like, no, not much really ever talking. Kind of time, basically. So that's why I'm engaging the online world, where there's a lot of people possibly like me or not. People that also are looking for friendship, and dating as well, romance as well. So I'm looking for all of the above, basically. I will, in the future vlog my future girlfriend and hopefully become family and have kids and all that stuff. And so that's the update with my life right now. In addition to, oh yes, what I was trying to say, I forgot. So, a friend that I met online, she told me that we've known for each other for a year online, basically. And I hope she doesn't mind me vlogging, but this is just what I do. I vlog about everything, basically. A lot of TMI kind of feels too, stuff I've talked about. Like, what can it be? I don't want to get into it. It's kind of mine just splash, mine just kind of crumbled and everything of what I said. I don't want to keep mentioning it, but So anyways, with that being said, so she has anxiety. She claims that she has anxiety, as I've never met her, so I don't really know if she's telling the truth. But I believe it because it's been a year, and I remember the first time we met online. She said her daughter got bitten by a dog, and she was very infuriated about it. And then she's like, "Oh, the dog should be shot, killed, basically for biting a person, person I meant, and all these things." And apparently the dog got, nothing happened to it, basically a street dog or something like that, or a neighbor's dog or something to it. And then so that's what happened, and she was mad and all these things. I won't mention her name for privacy, so that should be good. If she comes across my videos, hopefully you don't mind me saying all this. I'm not mentioning her name, so it should be fine. But anyways, with that being said, she claims that she has anxiety and she needs help driving from Kentucky to Illinois, where I live. I didn't get her address yet, and she says that she's going to rent a car for me to drive all the way to Kentucky, and then pick her up and her daughter after I put the rental car in the place where you need to put it, obviously, and then she will have a U-Haul ready to go with everything that she needs to put inside the U-Haul. I'll help her with that, maybe, if that's the case. If not, if it's already good to go, then it's good to go. Hopefully nothing too heavy, as I, just a lot of mental mind games. So I'm kind of not really, I don't really enjoy carrying too heavy things, as I don't even work out at the moment. I worked out at home without any equipment, obviously, but I'm going to eventually get a membership and start weightlifting and all those nice things. So then I'll be stronger by then, and then I wouldn't mind, lifting stuff. But right now, carrying a what do you call it? A square, water bottles, basically. I hope you guys don't mind me constantly walking back and forth. I'm kind of not good at I'm not excellent at public speaking, even though I'm speaking well. You guys might think. The eye contact is poor, obviously, not looking at the camera lens, and also, walking back and forth due to my medicine is one main reason. I constantly move my legs back and forth, up and down, or however, forward and backwards. So, yeah. With that being said, though, so then I wouldn't mind helping with, carrying stuff, But so anyway, so she has anxiety, she needs help moving, and she showed me her room temperature as being like 40 degrees Fahrenheit, which is horrible, And she has a daughter she's taking care of on top of that. So being a Christian, you know, I want to help, obviously. I love helping people, and, it's great. It's good for you, Helping people is great. I'm sure it's proven that way, like gratitude, giving thanks to things or whatever. It's great for your stress and everything. So it's a win-win, you help out someone, they feel good, you feel good, it's all good. And I love long drives too, long as it's not too long, too far, but 4 hours is not bad. Just take a break and just drive around and smoke some cigarettes and just drink some water and maybe Gatorade or something like that. And just drive on with some Spotify music and just kind of, enjoy the the scenery while I'm driving, and just kind of, clearing out my thoughts and whatnot. So, but the only problem is I have school beginning, so it's gonna have to be on the weekends. Obviously, that's uh, well, I just thought of it. Weekends, then it should be all good to go, because then I won't have school to worry about. And then I'll bring her to Illinois. We haven't figured out a apartment. She said there's like a $300 apartment or something like that, which I'm kind of having a hard time believing. A $300 apartment, I've never heard such a thing, especially in Illinois. It's like a one bedroom is like, few $100, not 300, like maybe 700 and up, if not more than 700, obviously. So I don't know where she's talking about. I have no idea. And so I'm gonna check where she's staying at, where she's gonna go to. We're gonna figure out the apartment. I'm gonna look it up too, and then hopefully everything's set up and good to go. So that way there's no problem with her being stranded outside or some kind of nonsense for meeting the first time, and then all those red flags or those kind of bad things that might happening. So yeah, this is how I met a few online friends. One I met in a like a fast food restaurant or something like that, and another I met her in our house. And this friend basically, I'm going to meet her in her place again, and then drive her to the place near Illinois, and then hopefully we become good friends, and keep in contact and whatnot. As I need a lot of friends, obviously, as I just moved from Virginia to Illinois, so I don't really have too many friends. I have few moved out though, and few others, they're kind of busy with their life or something to it, that when I message them, when we used to like hang out a few times, one of them, an ex-Marine, I think, yes, that's what I remember now, ex-Marine, and we met actually at the hospital in Edward Hines Jr. VA, and we became buddies or friends basically. She was a a band, jazz, or not jazz, but band player, band, however you say, that plays, instruments, music basically, in the military. And so yeah, hung out with her, ate some food together, and everything was good until, I don't know what her reasoning was, that she said something was up, that's why she couldn't message me soon or something like that. But anyways, with that being said, that's the story right now where I'm at. Hopefully this is no, hopefully, if I'm allowed to, not allowed to, but more of, if this is the way of saying it though, that this is no, some scam or some nonsense, you know. So if some kind of red flag happens, I'm just gonna, drop her back where she stays at, obviously, and then just leave the U-Haul, and she can carry all her stuff to her room by herself, basically. If that's some kind of weird stuff going on, like, oh, can I stay at your place, or some kind of nonsense like that, obviously. Me particularly, I don't really mind, honestly, if I have my own place, long as that person is kind of clear to be good to go, basically, checking all the flags and whatever, if there's any red flags, then obviously no, basically. But I live with my dad, like I said. I share a room with him, literally, so it's kind of tough, obviously. So, and I have a feeling she's not like that. I never seen her in 1 year of knowing each other, if that's true, with the 1 year relationship that is, as a friend, that is, that she ever asked for money or anything. Even when she went through, those kind of tough, situations in her apartments, being super cold or, run down or some stuff like that, basically. So I really want to help, those kind of people, obviously, that also has a child to take care of on top of that. So yeah, so that's where I'm at. And oh yeah, so my cousin, with this gang stalking nonsense, is clearly gang stalking. I don't know what else it'd be, honestly. My cousin named Hagwang, the church that I went to, the uncle's and aunt's son, basically. He's like 1 year younger than me. And I messaged him through Kakao Talk, a Korean messaging app, and he wouldn't say anything for months. I would say, like, each month, hey, what's going on, or something like that, right? And he would read it most of the time, but doesn't say anything. And then So I'm like, what's going on? It's obviously gang stalking. There's nothing much more to it, obviously, but you just kind of wonder sometimes, right? So anyways, then I finally saw him today, talked to him and said, hey, what's going on, and all the good jazz, basically, greeting and meeting and all that with family, basically. And then I said, hey, what's going on with you in the text messages? I messaged you and you didn't say anything. And he's like, oh, maybe I didn't check, or, I just forgot to respond back or something like that. And then something like that, basically, he texted me with that kind of saying, basically, as well. When I texted him again, and then he said to basically text me, he said. So I texted him, and then that's what he said, basically, is what I was trying to say. And then so that kind of got resolved. The truth is not obviously, fully mentioned. I truly doubt that that's what really happened. That, I missed out your, text messages for months, literally, that I texted him. Like literally, like every month, basically. I said, hey, 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 or something like that, and no response. And it says, the box checked or whatever that shows that the person that received the message read it, basically, and didn't say anything. So something was clearly going on, and it's gang stalking, and I have a feeling the federal government or somebody like that has contacted my family, immediate families, and everyone, basically, and they have to be certain ways with me. Otherwise, some kind of stuff might happen. Is one guess. The other guess is just straight up mind control, and they just saw me as a bad guy, or just something bad about me, and then just ignoring me completely, basically. Like the other uncle, not uncle, I meant pastor. My uncle pastor's friend, that's also a pastor, Pastor Che, and we used to be cool and whatnot when I came to Korea last time. And he's like, hey, come over and let's go to the mountains together, and praise God and all these things, which I didn't do due to me just doing my own thing at the time. But I found him on Facebook, and then I friend requested him, and I messaged him, basically, and then it says blocked. So these either gang stalkers, mind controllers, basically hacked into the account and blocked it, A, or B, gang stalkers, mind controllers, or the federal government, obviously, have contacted Pastor Che and told him about my situation, how he needs to be with me, otherwise something bad might happen with him, or some kind of nonsense like that, or C, straight up mind control, and it mind controlled Pastor Che to make me look like the bad guy, or some bad memories with me, which there never was, honestly. But just mind control. That's what it does. It's literally controlling your mind. You literally, I literally see things. I see all kinds of things. But I know, thankfully, what is fake and real, obviously, as in like what really happened or some stuff like that. I don't know if that's just the way it is with me being that way, so is everybody's like that, or everybody's case is different. I'm pretty sure being mind control, it could literally wipe out your memory, and then make you implant new memories that you never really experienced or something. Like, for example, my mom used to cook me black chicken when we were kids. It's like fried chicken, but it's the color of the chicken is black, basically, and it was delicious, is what I remember. And I told my mom, like, hey mom, do you remember that black chicken used to cook us or make us? And she's like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. And I asked my brother recently, like, if not today, I said, do you remember that as well? And he said he doesn't remember it either. I understand my brother's situation because he was really young at the time, as I was really young too. But my mom's the one who actually made it with her own hands and everything, and she didn't remember it. It just shows that mind control, or my mom has not excellent memory, possibly too, or that's basically it, I would say. So those kind of things, and then it makes you play with your mind, all these things like, oh man, did the mind control my mom to do this, or what else could have happened, or am I the one delusional? There was no black chicken in the first place, all kinds of stuff, and so you just gotta remember what you did and or said or whatever, and try to you know come with senses and logical senses and everything, and just, pray that, you're on the right, basically. That's all I can say. Mind control is just mind control. There's really nothing you can do about it, basically, besides what I just said, in my opinion. Hopefully there's more. I truly hope so. Hopefully I learn from it too. But anyways, my dad bought me Louis Vuitton wallet and this nice t-shirt that's supposedly really expensive. Montclair. I don't know what brand that is. I'm not used to buying these kind of nice, expensive, brands. Only my friends get the joke. People that know me only gets the joke. There's nobody else, unless you're a wizard and know what I'm talking about. But anyways, yeah. So what was it? Louis Vuitton wallet and this Montclair nice sweater. And got another like purse or something my dad bought me on top of that. Just straight up, brand games, these kind of nice brands and everything stuff. So he bought me that, and then that's basically it. So we're gonna stay at this grandma's place, grandma's place, I meant, for 2 nights, and then basically Wednesday. I don't know what's gonna happen on Wednesday. But Thursday, I think we're gonna go. Me and my brother is gonna check out Hongdae, and then him getting a haircut, and then eat like good foods and this, whatever foods they have. We're hoping on pork bellies with rice and lettuce and whatnot. That kind of deliciousness. And then after that, that'll be Thursday. Friday, me and my cousins are gonna meet up, and my brother. I'm not sure if my dad's gonna join us, but we'll be meeting and then eating some good food and just kind of having family time and talking and whatnot. And so yeah, this is my, I don't know if I'm not. This is just freestyle, vlog and whatnot. I don't know what is right and wrong when you're filming it and uploading it for viewers to enjoy. This is just my life basically, and I want to just share, as a TI especially, what my life is like. And many more, Korean American, veteran, Christian, Buddhist, etc. And, all these things that I am. And hoping that I can reach out to people and they can understand and aware themselves of mind control, and also, what else is there? Religion, in a sense, that, talks about God is of love and all these amazing things. And Buddhism, Zen meditation, mindfulness, enlightenment, and all these awesome stuff, and many other things that there are with all these things that I am basically. I'm gonna learn yoga soon when I go back to the States. I'm also gonna go to the gym, as I downloaded the #1 app for working out thing, and so I'm paying for these subscriptions, and also another app that's workout without weights, basically, like push-ups, sit-ups, and all those kind of stuff, burpees, that's what it's called, burpees, and mountain climbers, I think I remember that from the army, mountain climbers, where you bring your knees to the chest, basically, and then, change your legs each time, alternate your legs, I meant, and it works out your abs or something, maybe, I have no idea exactly, but that kind of exercise, and many more awesome stuff. I worked out my abs that 2 nights ago, I think, and it's still sore, basically, just from working it out. I was like, wow, I'm trying to get rid of this belly I have due to the medication. Everybody, or I don't know about everybody, but some of the people that I met in Korea are saying, like my grandma here, saying that I look much better as I gained weight on my face area and whatnot. And they're mostly all saying to shave off my beard and mustache, but I'm gonna keep it. So anyways, yeah, that's where I'm at. I think we're about to have dinner or something. I don't know what time it is. It's 4:22, so it's not really dinner time, but it seems like they're preparing food, so I'm not sure. So anyways, that's all, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed my vlog for Korea time here, the place I went to from my cousin's uncle pastor's church. This is called not Shindo. I mean, that's the apartment name that I used to live in. It's called Taegyeon. Taegyeon, and I don't know what this place is called, or my grandma's grave place. But these are the places that that's where I grew up, or not grew up, and that's where I lived. That's where I lived in Taegyeon for a few years, or something like that. Living right next to the church. I lived in the church when I first went there with my cousins. I shared the room with my cousin. He slept on the floor. I slept in his bed. Yeah, he was that kind for me, and just overall nice family, in my opinion. Um, and then I then lived in the apartment area called Shindo Apartment on the 10th floor, I think, 10th or 11th floor. I can't remember exactly. That's what I could remember as, with my grandma when she was when she was alive. And then we would walk over to the church. That was like walking distance, like literally a few minutes. Huh? Okay. And then yeah, I lived there basically, and then became homeless due to just problems with my dad, honestly, with my relationship with my dad. And so I couldn't stay in the apartment anymore, so I had to look for a place. And then I moved to Gangnam, the most expensive city in Korea. The monthly rent was only $700, so it wasn't too expensive, I will never think, a city like. No. All right, I gotta go. So anyway, signing out. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment, and hit the bell.